Good afternoon, folks. Admiral Preparedness here. Yes, it's been quite a while since I've been on YouTube with my channel. Took a break, folks. Just time to get past what was going on in 2020. Hit the reset button, or push the reset button, and get regenerated, because 2021 and on is going to be great. The vaccines are out there. They're starting to be slowly accepted by the general public. The curve, as they say, looks to be like, it's. I'm gonna go neither A nor B. Just say that get vaccinated. If you don't get vaccinated, oh well, herd immunity will finally catch up to you. If you're healthy, you don't have to worry nothing to worry about. But if you're my age and older, okay, just keep wearing those masks. Haven't stopped prepping. Obviously, I've gained some weight because got food in the house, and I'm going to eat it all. Not all of it all at once, but no need to go out and shop because I got a whole basement full of food. If you knew exactly how I was living, you'd be like, what the heck's that man doing? It's prepping. And this is an SHTF event. I'm going to sit here and preach about how I'm doing it because it might not fit the way your lifestyle is, and I'll be talking to the wind. We had almost 7,000 subscribers, but after I took a little time off, that slipped back. No big deal. We'll pick more up as time goes on. What I want to ask you folks out there to do is keep your eye open, watch Congress. This new president sat there and wrote up 50 plus executive orders to undo what the previous administration did. And those chickens are starting to come to roost. By the way, folks, if you owe any money to a collection agency and it's on record that you're trying to pay it back, guess what? Since Congress couldn't get your act together and have a bipartisan agreement and have signatures from both sides of the aisle on this stimulus package, you folks out there who owe money to collection agencies, they're going to put their hand out and they're going to get that money. I'm sorry. We're not going to get any of it because of the income of the household is too high above what the government says we're allowed to get anything from. But here to here. Didn't need it, didn't want it, didn't ask for it. My problem right now is too much debt in the government, and you folks out there are going to get stuck with the bill. In 10 to 15, 20 to 25 years, after all these people up there in Washington keep throwing money to the debt peep, right now it's $29 trillion, 26, 27, 28, 29. They're going to put $2 trillion more before summer on an infrastructure plan that, as I'll predict right now, will be Swiss cheese for fraud, waste, and abuse. We saw it before. We're going to see it again. And if you're part of that group out there who can get some of that infrastructure money, get it. I don't care. Just get it. Because the government's going to be throwing money out there on construction projects. It'll take 10 years to study. The EPA will be out there stopping half of them because of some animal living near or on the property, and they won't get the ability to do it, but money will be spent. But keep prepping, folks. The Chinese are up there buying commodities like there's no tomorrow. So if you see the price of pork and beef and corn and soy and wheat and all these other commodities starting to go up and up and up and up and up, then a victory garden is something that you need to start thinking about starting now. Right now here in New England, it's still freezing outside, but that doesn't mean you can't get to the stores and start buying the seeds. Heirloom seeds, of course, folks. Heirloom, read my lips. And start doing the seed collection and getting ready to have your beds set up. Get your hoses and get your tools and get your sod or whatever, or your soils, and start your seedlings, because in about 3 more weeks it'll be time to start putting those seedlings in the sunlight to get them to start sprouting. And hopefully by early April you'll be able to put in the ground, and by August you should have food galore. We got our freeze dryer finally in, but the people that live here, I got no place to put it because one of those people has to leave for me to be able to get that room. And we're waiting for that individual to go away. We lost one of our members of the family. That was Eddie the parrot, the cockatiel. Went on to better places, not here. And we have a new addition to the family, which is our Siamese papered. It's a breeder. We're going to breed that cat. And sitting right over here. Want to take a look? There he is. He's in there minding his own business. But it is what it is, folks. I'll be right back. And the cat's name is Jasper. He's that little bugger, boy, I tell you what, I'm a pincushion for this guy. Because I like playing with kitty cats, and he's destroying my, got these bites and sharp little teeth that little guy's got. So we're trying to keep him under control. Notice that the grocery stores are now finally starting to get their stock and inventory. It looks like we'll be back to some sort of a normalcy with the grocery stores until the left or whoever can throw another wrench, wink, wink, into the works and cause prices to go up. I noticed that right after the current administration was swore in, that gas prices for the automobile started to go up. What I suggest you do, just to be sure now, understand that petroleum products are going to be going away. Now, it might behoove you to start looking at your automobile that you own right now. If you own it outright, that's a good thing, and congratulations. If you're a leaser, just wait around for a while, because Ford now, as you notice, the Mustang. There's an E-Mustang. I think the Bronco, there's a couple trucks that are either dual fuel or they're those combination electric gasoline. It's coming, folks. Tesla has their stuff out. Hyundai, Toyota, Mitsubishi, and some other companies out there are putting out these electric cars. But remember, it's still got to be powered by electricity, and that electricity has to come from somewhere, unless you have solar panels on your roof and you're producing your own electricity, or you have a windmill, or you have whatever it takes to produce electricity to get that car all charged up. Now, the infrastructure bill, hopefully, will get some solar charging stations put out there. And we'll watch that nightmare begin, because how are you going to know how many to make? I mean, every parking structure is going to have a charging station. And what happens if you drive a gasoline car and you pull into one of those e-charging lanes or whatever, and some guy comes up and beats your head about the ground because you're taking up one of his spots. So this ought to be fun to watch. Politicians like changing things just because they can, so it'll be interesting in the next few years to watch. China's already out there testing their autonomous vehicles. They've already had issues, as we know, but they seem to be working them out pretty quickly now with this microtechnology. But here's the problem, folks. Microcircuit electronic components are becoming very, very hard to get. Now, it's because of this situation that we're in, and the shortness of supply and demand, because obviously it's always at last minute time when you need the item, you're going to have to wait. So some companies are out there twiddling their thumbs, waiting for these microchips to arrive so they can start integrating them into their vehicles. So wait for that to happen. If you're in the stock market, I'm telling you, folks, beware, there's going to be a correction. Okay? We're at almost 33,000 now, and to me it's overinflated. I'm going to hold my tongue on that. If I was a wizard, I wouldn't be sitting there. I'd be in the Bahamas. I wouldn't even need to be talking to folks. I'd be out there making a bunch of money and kicking back and relaxing. Penny stocks, never mind. Robinhood, I've been hearing a little static about Robinhood and GameStop. So this is it. The government wants to get involved now because somebody scraped the bottom of the floor on that one, but we'll not talk about it right now. We're going to try to get our summer weight back down. We're gonna. I'm not going outside, folks. It's just too damn cold. And I don't need to. Okay. The blood pressure's under control. The lung issues are all pretty much taken control of. We're COVID free. We're living in a room here for the last year. We're isolating ourselves because these folks that live here just want to keep going out and mingle with the public. We did. By the way, I think folks didn't know this, but we did go to Florida. We stayed at Walt Disney World on property at the old Key West Resort because we're timeshare owners. We're charter members. And I got to tell you, folks, Florida, no, they got it down. The airport, once you go in, they got the sensors to detect your temperature. The airport here in Manchester, they check your temperature through the electronics. And as long as you social distance, wear the mask, keep your hands clean, stay away from people. It was a great time. Walt Disney World was at 35% capacity. The waits were very short as compared to any other place, any other time. You could take your mask off while you was stationary or while you was eating. Social distancing was obviously being observed. We came home, quarantined for 14 days just to make sure, and good to go. So here we are right now, just trying to get past the period where we can get our vaccination. I understand that there's going to be 100 million more doses of the single shot vaccination coming out. New Hampshire hasn't quite caught up with the vaccination system quite yet. Right now they're concentrating on teachers and staff to get these little curtain climber nose miners back into the classroom. These folks who are with their kids need to get out and get back to work. The state still mandates all the precaution stuff. We're not loosening up anything. So we're doing good. I mean, 265 people have been diagnosed with COVID over the last 24 hours, and 4 people have passed away. My sympathies for the families. So we're still playing it, folks. It's a year now, and I just want to let you guys know that I'm going to take some more time off. I got a lot of videos that I want to do. Some of these that I just can't keep talking about prepping, folks, because there's not much more to talk about. You know what to do. Eat what you store what you eat. Buy your food fresh. Can you put money aside for a dehydrator, one of these freeze dryers? Let us see if I can switch over. I'll be right back. And there you go, folks. It's they call it brushed non-painted surface, medium size. It's sitting right here. It doesn't need any dedicated power, so once that room becomes available, we'll put it inside there. I managed to purchase some other things to go with it. The cart that sits on it. There's a couple pieces that can go onto it to prevent the vacuum from sucking the water back up. That's a cute product. We'll cover some more of this later, just to make sure you guys know that we've got it here. And we're waiting for the place to put it to become available. And like I said, folks, that's the Harvest Right medium sized freeze dryer. There's a lot of videos out there. Retired at 40. There's a good hit that guy. School Reports. That's another good guy. If you go into my playlist, you'll find Harvest Right. Please feel free, folks. Look at my playlist. I've got dozens and dozens and dozens of different subjects, not just prepping. I'm a space fan. I'm a NASA idiot. I love space programs since I watched the Mercury astronauts climbing that one that can that they had to open up with a can opener I used to joke about. The Mercury, Apollo, and Gemini, all those guys. I knew more about the space program as a young lad than I did all these kids out there talking about baseball and football. I could name you all the 7 astronauts, their total biographies. When the Gemini astronauts were chosen, I knew I worked at NASA. I've met the astronauts. I used to track the space shuttle, all the different space shuttles. One of these days, there's one. playlist of the Hawaii trip from NASA. There's projects that I worked on for NASA and for the Air Force and for the Navy, going back to my Navy days. That a lot of things that I got to see, folks, you'll never know about because they're still confidential or they're still classified, and I'm not allowed to discuss them. But you see them every day. What's funny is when you're working for the federal government and you sign a non-disclosure, that's for the rest of your life. So if some new project got secret, then got released to the public, I can't talk about it. So I'm not, and I don't want to end up in jail. So all right, folks, well, we're gonna let it go now because we've been talking for quite a few minutes here, and I don't want to take your time because I know it's valuable. But if you could do me a favor, I really wish you would, is if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. If you've noticed that the little bell there, please ring the bell. And if you like this video, and I don't beg, but hit that like. I guess this algorithm thingy that YouTube has, if you don't get likes, you don't get seen. So, and again, this is Admiral Preparedness, retired. Come back and see us soon, folks. God loves you all.